Okay students, now we are going to study about the another compound of boron, that is boric acid. Okay, boric acid is the topic we are going to study, and it is sometimes called as a orthoboric acid. Orthoboric acid and boric acid both are same, and it can be written like this, BOH whole thrice. Okay, or it can be written like this. So both ways you should take it in the same manner. H3BO3 also same and BOH whole thrice also same. And most important question which arises on this aspect is its acidic basicity. Okay, so when you see at the OH negative, OH number of OH are 3, therefore basicity must be 3. What must be 3? Basicity must be 3, because basicity is equal to number of OH minus. But number of OH minus are 3, but still basicity is not 3, because it is not an arsenous acid. Okay, it is a Lewis acid. What it is? Lewis acid. What is the difference between arsenous acid and Lewis acid? Arsenous acid is the substance which loses H plus on its own. From its molecule, if it loses H plus in the aqueous solution, that is it is called as a arsenous acid. And what is Lewis acid? The substance which accepts lone pair is called as a Lewis acid. Okay, so here there is a confusion. Even though it is having H plus and it loses H plus also, but still not as arsenous acid. Why? Because H3BO3 when treated with water in aqueous solution, it will form BOH4 minus and H plus. So what we think, when I dissolved in water I am getting H plus, therefore it must be arsenous acid, but it is not like that. The H plus donated by water, not as a H3BO3. Okay, suppose if the reaction is like this, H2BO3 minus and H plus, then it will be arsenous acid, but it is not like this. Okay, so now why it is not doing like this, why it is doing like this, that also we should know. Okay, so what is that I will tell you, but before that you should understand and you should note down. So note down this: basicity is not equal to 3, basicity is equal to how much? 1. Note down this. Okay, so basicity is basically number of H plus. So basicity instead of 3, it is basicity is equal to 1. You are at the WhichChem YouTube channel, where you will be getting the simplified difficult information. This is very difficult and people will say exception, you have to remember, but it is not exception. If it is well researched and well presented, then it will be easy to understand and easy to memorize. Okay, so that's why if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and share it to your classmates, so that daily they can have one video lecture and enhance their knowledge apart from the marks. Okay, so why it is doing like this, that also I am explaining. So in it, here it is, boron is sp2 hybridized and triangular planar boric acid. In boric acid, sp2 hybridized with triangular planar structure. Okay, now this is minus, this is plus. So this is minus and it will donate the lone pair to this boron. Okay, now earlier it was triangular planar. Now it is going to be tetrahedral. So boron is going to be what? Tetrahedral. So I am writing this structure like this: coordinate covalent bond. Understood? And remaining 3 OH will be like this. Okay, so this is the structure of tetraborate ion. Okay, Note down this. This will be negative charge, and this H plus, because of this H plus, it is what do you call, monobasic acid. Okay, this is called metaborate ion. Metaborate ion. BOH whole 4 minus. Okay, metaborate ion is the tetrahedral shape and formula is BOH 4 minus. Now is it okay? Now there is one more important question. During the titration, okay, during the titration I think already everybody knows, H3BO3 plus NaOH. During the titration of H3BO3 and NaOH, the end point is not sharp. What not sharp? End point. End point is very, very important, and end point must be sharp enough. End point must be sharp enough, so that end point, if it is sharp enough, then calculation will be accurate. At the end point, what we will do, N1V1 of acid, okay, must be equal to N2V2 of the base. So, but if it is like this, suppose end point is like this, then we will come to know at this point what is the normality, what is the molarity. Okay. So, but if the variation is like this, then the problem will be at this place, at this place, at this place. This is curvy nature. So, when you will get curve, because of the weak, okay. When you are titrating the strong acid with strong base, then the curve is very sharp. At certain point of time, there will be sharp increase, sharp decrease. Okay, so that sharpness is very important for the accurate calculations of normality. Okay, so this is not preferred. This is not preferred because of the end point is not sharp. Okay, end point. Question, what will be the question? End point is not sharp. Okay. Why NaOH and boric acid titration is not useful? That because it is not sharp, it is a gradual variation. Second thing, why it is not sharp? Because H3BO3 is weak acid. H3BO3 is what? Weak acid. Once it is a weak acid, so variation will also be different. Variation also will be different. Okay, slow variation, slow increase, slow decrease. Okay. Now, why it is weak acid? Because of the instability. Because of the instability, once it loses H positive. So, to increase the strength of the H3BO3, okay, it will be a strong monobasic acid. Okay, this will become strong basic acid when it is treated with the cis-diol. What it is treated with? The cis-diol. Okay, what is cis-diol and what is the reason behind the stability, that we will understand. Okay, so when H3BO3 titrated with sodium hydroxide, end point is not sharp, therefore it is not used for the titration. So to improve the accuracy, now it is done in presence of cis-diol. Okay, in presence of cis-diol, you will get the sharp end point and it will act as a strong acid. So what is the reason behind the strength, how it is improved, that we will come to know. Before that, you note down this point. Okay, this is the metaborate ion. When I add cis-diol means first of all, it should di means 2, ol means OH. Okay, and both should be on the same side. If both are on the same side, this is called as cis-diol. What is cis, what is di, what is ol? Is it understood? When we are using the cis-diol and it is metaborate ion. Okay, metaborate ion. Now there will be loss of the water molecule. How many loss of water molecule? 2 moles of the water molecule, 1 H2O, 1 H2O here. Then it is going to form a stable product. What is that stable product? See here, boron, oxygen, and this group will be different. There is no problem of this group. Problem will be with the Okay, this is one type, and another one more mole it will add with. Okay, it will add with one more mole, because on the other side also there are two OH groups. Okay, so once it is added with one more OH other side, then this is going to be a different complex of this kind. Different complex of this kind. Okay, so this is negative. Now this is stable. So once it is stable, it is ready to lose. Therefore, the reaction will occur in forward direction. Occur in forward direction means strong acid. Strong acid means sharp endpoint. Sharp endpoint means we can titrate in the presence of phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein indicator, water indicator, and everything already I taught you in the indicator of ionic equilibrium. Okay, note down the reason. Definite question. This will be the definite question. Okay, next is structure and properties. In the properties also there will be one more important point, heating effect. Okay, that also I will tell you, so don't miss the class in between. It may not be interesting. Okay, it may not be entertaining, but I will try to make it interesting. So try to understand. Boric acid is a polymeric in structure. Okay, what it is? Boric acid is a polymeric in structure. This is the this is one boric acid. Now what it will do, it will form hydrogen bond with one more boric acid. Okay, same way this will form hydrogen bond with another boric acid molecule. Then this will form another hydrogen bond. Like that, this will be planar only, but polymeric in structure. Okay, so it will form hexagon like this. Like this, it is going to be hexagon like this, but again hexagon. So that polymeric structure, one thing you should remember: boric acid sp2 hybridized trigonal planar in single molecule, and polymeric it will be hexagon. Okay, now let us see about the chemical properties. In chemical properties, what I told you, more important is heating effect of boric acid. Okay, let's start. Okay, heating effect. H3BO3 when heated to 100 degrees Celsius, it will produce HBO2, which is called as a metaboric acid. At 160 degrees Celsius, it will give H2B4O7 tetraboric acid. Okay, and when it is further heated red hot, when it is further treated to red hot, then it is going to give you B2O3. Okay, boron cesic oxide. What is cesic oxide? Do you remember? Very good. If you don't remember, go to the structures in the oxide lecture of the general compound I have told you. Okay, so boric anhydride, cesic oxide, tetraboric acid, metaboric acid, and H3BO3, 100, 160 red hot. Okay, note down this. Then after the heating effect, one more important fact. What is that important fact? Green edged flame, H3BO3, it is used to check the presence of alcohol. 3 moles of alcohol, primary alcohol, then it will give BOCH3. This OH will be removed, and what it will form? Methyl borate. This is methyl borate. Okay, what is the speciality? Green edged flame. It burns with green edged flame. Green flame or green edged flame. So this shows the presence of alcoholic group in the given compound. This happens only when OH group is present. Okay, and 3 OH and 3H will be 3H2O. Okay, is it clear? Next, third important one is boric acid. Boric acid H3BO3 dissolves. 4 important points are there. Dissolves in HF to give that HbF4. HbF4. Do you remember fluoroboric acid? Fluoroboric acid is very important compound, HbF4, okay, which is a strong acid. It is a strong acid, fluoroboric acid, and returns green color. This is also burns with green color, okay. So note down these two uses. Then we will study one more important reaction with the H2O2. Fourth important reaction, H2O2. Like alcohol, it is used with alcohol, H2O2 also, H3BO3. H3BO3 when treated with H2O2. When treated with H2O2, okay, it will give H2O. 1 mole will be removed as H2O and OH will be attached on the other side, okay. This is main structure, BOOH, okay, BOOH, and it will be attached with both OH will be like this, okay, simple. One OH will be removed, one H will be removed, and triple OH. Otherwise I will explain like this. This is the best method I feel. H2O, okay. So then this is the mechanism. BOOH is formed and both OH will be available as it is, okay. Up to here noted. H2O2 reaction, very important, okay. Then when treated with NaOH, and very important compound, it is going to be Na2. Same OH will be twice this OH, otherwise I will write like this only, okay. OH twice and oxygen, okay. Same way boron, okay. 2 times advanced question, that's why I am asking you to be very present, okay. So this is called as a sodium peroxyborate. Sodium peroxyborate, very important compound, okay. What is the use? Used there as a brightener. Used as a brightener in washing powder. So because of this use only, this compound is very important in washing powder to improve the brightness of the cloths, okay. This is used, sodium peroxyborate. Note down this. Okay, finally uses. First of all, it is used in detergent. Second, it is used in glass industry to improve the brightness, brilliancy, and as a mild antiseptic. Very important use is eye wash. Detergent just now as a brightener, and eye wash in the commercial it is called as a boric lotion, okay. Noted. So this is all about the boric acid, very scoring chapter. This 15 to 20 minutes of video will definitely improve your score. Make a proper notes. So don't forget to like this video. Bye bye. See you with the next lecture.